Hello. Was gonna do this commentary myself because I wasn't 100% sure if, I don't know if the rest of them are gonna be by myself, but, I wanted to do this one by myself because, it'd be awkward if I talked about how much I dislike this episode and with, someone else around. Also, I noticed that there was a typo in the closed captions. It said Bloody Bunny instead of Bloody Buddy. Oh shit, am I gonna be sniffling? Fuck. Okay. So this is the worst episode ever made. It's very bad, and I hate it. It did not turn out good, and there's a whole bunch of reasons for that, and all of them are my fault. Um, so so the reason this came about was that I think Zach was talking about getting doing maybe like something for Pride Month. That's what it was. I'm sorry. Wait, the audio is throwing me off. The blood thing talking is making my head not be good. So I was getting self conscious that it had been like 6 months since I had uploaded an episode since I was working really hard on the like script for the other one and getting it ready for like Lucas to record dialogue for it. So there was like nothing blood thing related from I don't know what was it? I don't remember when it was. I think it was December. Yeah, December was the last one, and this was like June, and um Zach was talking about something maybe for Pride Month, maybe. So I was thinking like, ooh, what if I do like, what if we do like a vlog? That way, like, we could like, we don't have to do too much animation, and like, it won't have to like change or location changes, and it could just be me. And then if I it clear and surely, if I put all my time and like effort into it, surely eventually I'll be able to get something good and I can do it in under a month since the characters don't like go to different locations. Surely. I was yeah, so I was worried about like how we hadn't made any episodes in a while, and one thing that I learned from this episode is that it's better to have no episode than a bad one, because a bad one can like fuck up your whole like reputation, especially when it's like the fourth episode and then one of them's only 1 minute long. This comes in like really early into the playlist, and like I have to imagine that if people are like have made it, there's still people who have like made it to the second episode and then to the third one and still don't know if they like this show, and they'll absolutely turn this one off and not make it any further. Yeah. So the idea for the episode that I thought was very funny at the time, I don't know if it's still funny, but it's like, what if I titled the video "Face Reveal Vlog," and then you click on it for like it's a vlog done in universe by a character whose face we have already seen, but he's doing a face reveal for his audience. Um, and I tried very hard to like I made the thumbnail black, and then I had like a live action like I had my camera, like my video camera, and then I like moved my hand off the lens of the camera, and like that part's all live action. I wanted to make it for it to be as long as possible for the audience to realize that I wasn't uploading like my own vlog or something like that, because I thought it would be funny. Like that would be the kind of thing that I thought that I would like think was funny if like somebody else did that. I don't know if we're gonna release this, but there's a Chills. We were gonna do a Chills parody, and then for this one, when the bleeding stuffed animal comes down, Chills was gonna say, "Was this recorded in Serbia?" And yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to go into any more details in case we do end up doing that video. I have some notes. Sorry, I'm reading. This was very rushed. That's a very important point. So I was like, oh, if I keep it really simple, I'll be able to make it in a month. It won't be rushed. We'll have plenty of time to do it. It was. I should not have written this to be 10 minutes long. That was a very bad idea. Like I did not realize. I have no gauge on how much dialogue equates to how much like how many minutes. So it's just way too long. This should have been like 2 minutes, like the quarantine vlog that we did later on. Is that a spoiler? I hate it when they spoil later episodes in commentaries. But the quarantine vlog is only like a minute or two, and yeah, it's like the perfect length, and it doesn't like overstay its welcome. Yeah. and this was like this was 10 minutes. I have no yeah I just yeah and that's part of the reason why it took so long. The worst, it was made to be released during Pride Month, and then it took so long to make because it was so long that it have bled into the next month, and it also just it doesn't have the writing quality that I would have liked. Just because I didn't have time to like pour over this. I didn't. I guess I probably had time to, but I didn't have the energy to pour over the script hundreds and hundreds of times like I do with the other episodes. Because I'd been working because that's what I'd been doing for like 6 months, I guess, straight with the Where Ends Meet episode. Did I call it What You Gotta Do earlier? I hope I didn't. That was the temporary name for it at the time that I didn't we didn't stick with because I needed a better I like this part when I kept in Zach's getting upset about having trouble recording it right. I feel you, man. Yeah. This is 10 minutes. This is fucking 10 minutes, which is way too long. It's too long. That's the biggest problem. If it was like a minute or two, it would have been fine. Also, but yeah. Anyways, I didn't have time to like pour over the script like over and over and over again to make sure it was as unbad as possible. So instead, I thought it would work if like, I think Zach wrote the original script. If I'm going to put it in the text version of the commentary, what he originally wrote, I think. Oh, I don't know if I wrote this down, but the bleeding heart was not a good. That was an accident. I did not. So I thought it would be cute to have a bleeding heart, but that's actually an insult. I'd forgotten that's an insult for people like us. I don't know. Like I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't look like I hope it doesn't look like I'm insulting anyone on accident. I don't know if I'm going off topic or if this is important stuff to say. But yeah, so stuff. I should probably look at my notes for this episode to talk more about the episode. The original script was four times as long. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got sidetracked. So I thought that instead of me rewriting it over and over and over and over and over again, I would have Zach write a draft, and then I would rewrite his draft, and then I would have Nadia come in and then reread what we had written and like do like grammatical corrections and make it sound better. And I mostly she just did grammatical corrections. It was very sloppy, the one that I did. At the time, I was like, ooh, this worked out very well. However, it did not, and the script was bad. And I should have... I should have yeah, it was like 4 times as long. There's so much like extraneous detail linking this one. I was like, because originally this was it was, obviously this episode wasn't planned, so it's going to be a clean break between the Christmas episode and Where Ends Meet. I thought it'd be cool, like, ooh, I'll have all these things setting up Where Ends Meet, and then I'll have all these things referencing what happened directly after the events of Support. Yeah, that was the name of the episode. I don't remember the names of the episodes because they're terrible. I don't know if I've said this. I've probably said this before, but I purposefully choose names that don't give. I have to choose names that don't give away what the plot of the episode is going to be, because then if people are because of how long it takes to release each segment of the episode, if people are basically know where it's going, it's probably going to be really boring. So I have to like choose a name that doesn't have any that is very, very vague, and doesn't like influence what the viewer's view experience is going to be. I don't remember what I was saying. Let me look at my notes. BloodThing isn't talking in character. He's saying a bunch of words that he wouldn't know. That's one of the big problems, is that it's super cringe. and it doesn't sound like him. The message and everything is great and fine, but it doesn't sound like a character saying it. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious problem. I didn't know how to make a vlog. That's another huge problem. Is that I assumed that if I just like talked, like I assumed vlogs are just people talking. So it's like, so if I just like talk, like it'll sound natural, but it doesn't. It didn't. It sounded really bad, and like it was really hard to like have each paragraph sound separate. I guess the script is written into paragraphs. I didn't know how to make it sound like each statement is its own like statement. Ugh. It was just so tough. This is the worst. Like every episode is the worst though, but this is like the most like horrible, awful time. Like I was spent almost the entire month that I was supposed to be doing this, just editing audio and re-recording audio because it was just turning out so bad. The acting was so bad. I just did such a bad job. It was so bad. Oh my god, I hate this episode so much. And I don't want anyone I know seeing it. When I showed like the show to my mom and sister, I skipped this episode. I'm pretty sure I skipped this episode. Yeah, I didn't show them this because I didn't want them to see it. No, I shouldn't be reading this while I'm doing a commentary. And it's about like voting by mail. Please, for the love of God, vote in person. The Browns are a little bit like washed out. I definitely should have like cranked up the color in the background a couple notches. There was plans to release an HD widescreen version of this as like a joke, the same way I did with the quarantine vlog episode, to like we can talk about the follow-up episode to this that never got made, because there was going to be two. Let's talk about the down the rabbit hole BloodThing episode after I go to the bathroom. I'm gonna have to cut some of this down because I don't want anyone to think I'm an idiot. But yeah, so I was gonna have a BloodThing episode where it was like a down the rabbit hole type show where it was about it was using a lot of the footage from this episode, and the narrator would talk about all the targeted harassment campaigns that BloodThing had at him. Like I think because of the restrictions on this site, I cannot show you the nudes in question, but if you click the link below, you can see them. Okay, I'm probably gonna cut all this out. But yeah, it was gonna use a lot of footage from this. Oh, somebody has messaged me from this hellhole. I guess that's it. One small little piece of information is that the reason that the quarantine vlog turned out a lot better and more natural sounding is because it was all improv. At that one, I couldn't get anyone to help me with the script at all. So I basically realized I had to. I can talk about that more in that one, but I basically was alone in making that one, and so I didn't have a full script, so I was just kind of winging it, and it actually sounded a lot better than this like forced, like multi-paragraph, forcedly trying to read these paragraphs and making them sound naturalistic, because like I'm not a good actor, and like if I have to choose between a line where my voice doesn't crack during the line reading, or a line where my voice does crack but emotion is more sincere, I have to choose the one where my voice doesn't crack. And that's sort of like the problem, is that I just am not supposed to be doing this voice, but I'm the only person that I can rely on to do it, because I wasn't able to get anyone else to do it. And yeah, no one will help me. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, yeah.